Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, today we got a hell of a show for y'all, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Now, as you guys know, Kobe's my favorite player of all time, but I openly admit that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. Not just because everybody says it, but because I myself have come to that conclusion through research. Now, I wasn't old enough to experience his run with the Bulls in the 80s and 90s. I was born in 87, so I don't know how I was supposed to do that, even though some people still hold it against me. You mean to tell me you didn't watch Jordan play in 89? You were 2 years old, but that's still not an excuse. Like, there are people like that. But with time and the thing called the internet, you know, you can do research, right? You can watch games, watch footage of highlights, study his stats, study his, and, you know, read story, all of this stuff, and you can quickly educate yourself. And after going through that education process, it became clear to me that Michael Jordan is the best player to ever play the sport. And it's not, I mean, he's the best ever, right? He's the best ever. And when you look at his impact, not just on the court, but off the court, I think it takes his GOAT status to a stratosphere that I don't think will ever be touched. I mean, Jordan's shoes outsell LeBron, KD, and Steph combined even today. You're talking about from a player that hasn't played basketball going on 30 years. Now, some people will say, well, you know, the reason that happens is because of marketing. Yeah, so they don't market anybody else, right? They don't market KD. They don't market Stephen Curry. They don't market LeBron James. They don't market them, right? I'm lost. They don't. When Jordan was playing, there wasn't even social media. So what's your excuse? The reason Jordan did so well with the Nike marketing is because he was a phenomenon. He was a phenomenon, literally. So the marketing went hand in hand with what he was doing. That's why it became so significant, right? Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Michael Jordan had people rocking bald heads at one point, right? So I was going through the internet this morning, and I came across a pretty interesting read here from Basketball Network with the following headline saying this: Michael Jordan touched the fiber of basketball that no one will ever touch today. Kenny Smith says nobody in the league today comes close to Michael Jordan. And I'm like, folks, we definitely need to get into this article. But before we even get into it, today's video is brought to you by sponsor, Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. Prize Picks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least two for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week on Prize Picks, I'm looking at the upcoming NBA schedule and selecting Stephen Curry for more than 29 points and Kevin Durant for more than 27 points and Anthony Davis for more than 12 rebounds and Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you'll love Prize Picks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into it here. Kenny Smith has been around the NBA for most of his life. After playing at the University of North Carolina, he won 2 championships with the Houston Rockets during his brief, colorful 10-year career. After playing his final game in the league during the 1996-1997 season, the Jet joined seasoned broadcaster Ernie Johnson on Inside the NBA, giving the TNT show the insider it needed. After covering the league for the past 28 years, the 6'3" guard was recently asked if there was, in his opinion, anyone in the league who's Michael Jordan like. Kenny confidently stated that there wasn't anyone, not even the player fans and pundits were anointing as the face of the NBA and possibly the next megastar Anthony Edwards. Not even close. Ant-Man, a dynamic, explosive 6'4" guard who took the league by storm in 2020 with the Minnesota Timberwolves selected him as the first pick. He has been on a roll in the last 2 seasons, earning All-Star and All-NBA team honors and leading the team to consecutive appearances in the Western Conference Finals. With his unique blend of breathtaking athleticism, scoring ability, confidence, and charisma, many have likened him to the GOAT. Kenny quickly shot this idea down when asked by Charles Bethea of The New Yorker if there was any player in the NBA who resembles Mike. Zero, Smith responded. Asked if Ant has a chance, Smith was diplomatic with his explanation, saying, "Ant is very good. Talented player." He reflected that MJ didn't just score on the court. He touched lives, much like the legendary Michael Jackson did through his music. It's not even close. Michael Jordan touched the fiber of basketball that no one will ever touch today, Kenny noted. Larry Bird touched the fiber of basketball that no one is going to touch today. Maybe LeBron. LeBron is touching the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson fiber. He is not touching the Jordan fiber. This is from the man that had LeBron, I think, going into this season, the last season, I believe it was this season, as the second best player in the NBA. So before LeBron fans throw on their pom-poms and start hollering, "Oh, Kenny hates LeBron," because in LeBron James fans' language translation, "Oh, he hates." Nah, he thought this dude was a top 2 player in the NBA this year. But even he's saying LeBron can't touch him. Nobody can touch him. The question is why? Well, I alluded to it in the beginning, but I want to expand my thoughts a little bit more. The fact of the matter is this, folks. You can't trick people into unseeing what they saw. No matter how many people go out there and try to twerk it up in the media and plant this narrative and plant that narrative and say this and say that, people saw MJ play. People witnessed it. They witnessed it. It's one thing if you didn't witness it, then maybe you could be kind of swayed. But it's another thing if you witnessed it. And the people that witnessed it are not going for it. They're not going to suck the sack. I'm sorry. They're not going for it. Now, for the people that didn't witness it as well, like myself, but are well researched, we know this thing is conclusive. That it's conclusive, guy. It's not, bro, it's not close. Look at the news. Look at the reaction just to the news that Michael Jordan is coming back to talk sports on NBC. Look at the reaction from everybody everywhere. People started losing their minds. The excitement, the euphoria. Oh my God, Michael Jordan's coming back. Michael Jordan's coming back. Oh, what are we going to do? What are we going to say? What does it mean? People are excited. You're talking about a guy who hasn't played in nearly 3 decades. 3 decades and people are behaving like this. 3 decades. You know how many other NBA players that haven't played in 3 decades that if they came back today and said they were going to talk sports, nobody would give a damn like that? If Larry Bird said he would come back, people would be excited, not like Michael Jordan. Hell, Magic Johnson talks sports and some people argue that both of those guys in the top 5. But then this one guy comes back and says he's going to talk sport and everybody loses their mind. That's the Michael Jordan effect. And it ain't something that's made up of smoke and mirrors. There's actually real substance there. And that's why Kenny Smith said that.